Hosted by the Bahrain Economic Development Board, Bahrain EDB, with the support of senior government officials across the kingdom's finance, investment and industry portfolio, the highly anticipated second edition of the Gateway Gulf Investment Forum was recently held in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The forum has tackled global challenges and trends under the banner of investing in a rapidly transforming region, as it welcomed an intimate high-level gathering of the top 250 ministerial and senior government officials, C-suite business professionals and executive investors from key markets across America, Europe, Asia and the Gulf Cooperation Council and beyond.
Under the theme Investing in a Prosperous Region, the first day of Gateway Gulf Forum was held in the presence of a group of ministers, officials and economic experts from GCC countries and the world.
Welcome to Bahrain.
Investing for Resilience in a Changing Global Reality was the theme of the first panel, which was opened by the Minister of Finance and National Economy, Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al Khalifa. This was followed by several panel discussions in which prominent officials from around the world discussed how to build resilient economies capable of facing economic and geopolitical challenges. During the first day's sessions, participants emphasized the importance of developing the GCC workforce by focusing on education and training for youth, which will achieve sustainable growth.
When you speak about the efficiency of goods coming in and out of the ports, of the sea and airports, I think Bahrain is as you mentioned, in a good position. And we do this in partnership, of course, between the government and private companies. One of which is APM Terminals, who manages our Sheikh Khalifa bin Salman port. On the contrary, actually, we're doing a lot more together as a GCC bloc in terms of integration, not only on logistics, but also on manufacturing, supply chain integration, a lot of joint programs between GCC countries on supply chain replacement. And one of the things we're doing is we started off by looking at the industrial strategy of each one of the GCC countries and made sure they're aligned.
The discussions also emphasized the need to strengthen cooperation between the public and private sectors to accelerate digital transformation and support renewable energy. The forum's sessions centered on ways to enhance the resilience of the GCC economy in the face of current global challenges, focusing on the importance of economic diversification, digital transformation, and sustainable energy. The Gulf Gateway Forum is an important platform for exchanging ideas and developing joint strategies to ensure a promising and sustainable economic future for the GCC and the region.
To realize that we've always had to really adapt for unknowns. Maybe in our generation, this unknown might seem bigger. But for me, it's exactly that. It's the adaptability. What we're trying to do, what we need to think about, is given how much unknowns that there are, what I need is to instill a behavior or skills in the people that will enable them to adapt to whatever reality becomes. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. And we like using the word future-proofing without deciding what that future would look like, but I'm future-proofing my people. And as was discussed earlier, so as we're gearing up and or preparing for our Vision 2050, future-proofing our economy, future-proofing our people is something that we're really interested in doing.
Technology disruptions could be a risk if you ignore it, and if you don't invest in it, and if you don't get ahead of where technology is going. But if you invest properly in technology, which means you innovate, you do the research, and you invest in people, as His Excellency Sheikh Salman, who are the inventors and innovators, you're able to mitigate security risk, you're able to mitigate financial risk, you're able to mitigate productivity risk that has been talking about, and you attract investments, because today investments are looking for that holistic ecosystem which exists here in the GCC, I'm proud to say, including the technology investments that we're seeing in projects like NEOM, including the AI push across the GCC and other and biotech and healthcare and all of the tech issues.
The UAE is not a hub. The UAE is a nexus between East and West. The nexus of trade is a corridor that has been built. So let's go back 50 years ago when the start of the seaports in the UAE and then the airports back in the 80s and 90s. Today, the UAE is a brain port. We're in the business of ports. From sea to air to brain port for a lot of people coming in. That kind of nexus that's creating between East and West, the melting point that where companies and trade and businesses comes together, is creating this kind of dynamism for the world. We have trade relationship that goes beyond, a strategic relationship with countries, with neighboring countries, with the GCC, with Iran, with the rest of the world, and this is something which is an important aspect. And I think that's the UAE, wise leadership, diplomacy, engine that the UAE works on has brought this kind of collaboration that happens around the world.
The Gateway Gulf Forum, representing an ideal platform for governments and business sectors to explore solutions and strategies that promote sustainable growth, address current economic challenges, and explore long-term investment opportunities in the Kingdom of Bahrain and the GCC.
When the UN Tourism announced very recently in September that Bahrain was one of the top 5 countries in the world to attract international tourists, compared to you're comparing the first half of 2024 to the first half of 2019, which was a great year for tourism in Bahrain. That increase was about 45%. And that's just a testament on how well Bahrain is doing with not only working towards realizing its investment strategy tourism goals, but also with working very closely with the private sector to meet their KPIs.
The second day witnessed a number of sessions related to important sectors for Bahrain and the GCC, such as tourism, the future of GCC manufacturing, the AI-powered economy, banking, Formula One, and investments proposal.
What we have to do is think about what are the industries of the future. And we'll talk a bit about every country in the Gulf is thinking about this. How can I introduce manufacturing in my economy? How can I widen the manufacturing base to move from being a consumer to a producer? I think in Bahrain, we are looking at several new champions. It makes sense for a country of the size of Bahrain to continue to develop downstream aluminium. If you've invested this much into Alba, why am I exporting raw aluminium? And we've made steps. We have Aliester, which is a Mumtalakat company that has built a facility in Bahrain. It's a Spanish company that has expanded to Bahrain to take some of that aluminium and create a final product. We have other industries like Bilexico, Garmco. So Connexus Aluminium, which is creating metal rods. But we want to do more. We're still very low on the value chain. Aluminium is a metal of the future.
In terms of FDI, 2/3 of foreign direct investment in Bahrain is in financial services. This is good, which means that foreign capital comes to Bahrain, they invest in Bahraini-based banks, and those banks over the years grow and continue to be profitable. And it's interesting to know that out of all of the capital in the banking space in Bahrain, more than half is foreign.
Okay.
When it comes to jobs in financial services pay more than double the jobs in the rest of the economy. And 70% of the employees in financial services are Bahrainis. What's unique about Bahrain is that there is no quota. There's no localization ratio. Every bank is free to hire whatever nationality they want. They choose to hire Bahrainis because Bahrainis are trained professionals. And this is a strength that we want to continue to build on.
We've supported other countries that wanted to start an F1, India 2011, Baku 2017, I think in 18, where a whole team went there to support our brothers and sisters there. And that really helps. At the same time, just keeping everyone, training, all of that. I think that to me are the two main ones where I see the people. And then obviously the circuit, we need to sell it out and keep everyone coming, which is a challenge, but I'm lucky I've got an amazing team that does.
I really just want to commend the government of Bahrain, and particularly the Economic Development Board, for this incredible opportunity to showcase the advantages that Bahrain has as an investment destination. Speaking for the American delegation, we have some very high-powered business leaders who are here because Bahrain is a destination that they want to learn more about, and this kind of an environment is just perfect for business people and government leaders to come together to try to figure out how can they do business together. I sincerely hope that the outcome is more American corporate presence here in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
What I love about this event is the name, Gateway Gulf, this is an event for the whole Gulf, not just for Bahrain. But for centuries, Bahrain has been the gateway to this region, this wider region. And so what they've recognized is that the special character of Bahrain provides a welcome that few other places in this region can provide. And investors really need that. They really need that confidence, that relationship, that trust from the other party to be able to come in. And Bahrain, like every country, needs investment, but this region is offering fabulous opportunities, Bahrain included. And so from the UK's perspective, we're really excited. We've got a strong delegation here. We're looking forward to further investment links, and we know that that's good for both of our economies. And so I'm really hoping today we'll have some good conversations and progress a number of the projects we have in the pipeline.
A very important meeting today. 250 high-ranking investors from all over the world coming to Bahrain to see all the opportunities that Bahrain has to offer as an investment place. We have a number of high-ranking German representatives here, I guess the most prominent being Prince Luitpold of Bavaria, who is a very important industrial in the beverage industry. So yeah, it's a privilege to be here for me, and I very much hope that some of the conversations that people are having here will materialize, including on German investments in Bahrain and furthering the relations and the trade between our two countries.
So today IDAMA is promoting a number of its real estate development projects here at the Gateway Gulf, and it's a really important forum for us to be able to promote our product to the GCC partners and explain what IDAMA does and the impact that its developments are having here in Bahrain. So it's a valuable opportunity to meet people in the sector that are like-minded and that we can explain what our projects comprise for. Spoke on a panel together with one of my colleagues who is the CEO of Batelco, and the discussions were around just the overall economic and investment environment here in Bahrain, what we see happening in the future, what investors are looking for, and it was just a discussion around the general landscape.
So this event, I think it's the second edition, is a forum that really highlights the advantages that investors, private clients can find in the region, also in Bahrain itself. It's a platform to position the kingdom as a very interesting investment market, and again bringing people together that can go out on global stage and facilitate the message. There's a strong eagerness and an incredible agility, I believe, established here in the kingdom, and bringing everybody in one room, this caliber of people, I think that stands and speaks for itself.
In an era that is increasingly witnessing the defragmentation of supply chains, the Gateway Gulf Investment Forum laid the groundwork for bridging a fractured world, shedding light on the achievements of the region in delivering action-oriented solutions for a brighter future. Thank you for watching, and see you next time in another episode of Panoramic Edition.